Hello, guys. There we go. We got the chat. Fritos Thomas Yushalay. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. I always have problems with a lot of names, but how's it going? It's it's crazy what's going on, honestly. And I just didn't thought it was gonna happen. I never thought they were actually gonna do it, but they did. Honest to God, it's now. I don't gosh, I'm just so fucking overwhelmed. I've watched the Ukraine stuff for the whole day and I was like, you know what? Let me do stream, let me continue watching the news, but now on stream and see what my friends at YouTube they have to say about it because it is honestly freaking insane. Like I have no words. There's a video I saw of a Ukrainian father sending his daughter and wife away for their safety. Very sad, very powerful. Oh my god. And that's the thing. It should always be about the people. I know sanctions are very uncomfortable. I know the idea of like a major intervention is scary, but I've also seen videos of like, especially on TikTok, of like many Ukrainians just suffering and having a really bad time and it's about them, it's about the people. That's the most important thing about this war. Because now it's a war. It's like an official war declared by Russia. And I think Russia is 100% in the wrong, obviously. Like, I don't see how you could make a case for Russia. And I just feel really bad for the Ukraine. And I think then the next step is like, okay, what's next, right? I think that's what we got to figure out. But I don't know. Okay. I know I'm not. Okay, well, sorry about that. I can't get like. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the Zoom, but we're just gonna have to stick with it. So, I was watching the news, like I said, and Twitter is obviously full of. And I think one of the latest developments is that Russia was capturing Chernobyl, which is insane. I don't know. Can we get a map of like Chernobyl? Like, where is Chernobyl? Because they were defending Donbass and the other region, which I forgot its name. Okay, so this is Chernobyl. Wow. So it's very far away from these are the regions, right? Luhansk and Donbass was the other. Donetsk. I'm really bad with Russian names, obviously, but so Chernobyl is very far away from the regions that Russia is supposedly protecting, right? Protecting from who? First of all, that's the question. And secondly, Luhansk, that's the other region. The Russians took Chernobyl after heavy fighting and have pushed into many areas, although in some areas they have been beaten back. I've heard that, and I'm so happy that the Ukrainians are fighting back. They are very good fighters. From what I understand, Russia is close to Kiev and they are doing great in the south. Oh my god, dude, it's fucking insane. It's fucking insane that Russia is actually gonna capture the whole. What are they gonna do, dude? What's the fucking plan? They're gonna continue to Kiev. I mean, Chernobyl is right here in the north, apparently. So Kiev is extremely close to this part. So the fighting is truly gonna go on up to Kiev. Ukraine took back an airport. You know, I am glad. Look, I don't know if you guys can see that. World War III here in Spanish is trending in Mexico. Gosh, dude. This is really fucked up. Like, yeah, it looks like the Crimean front, they have overrun the south. Oh God. Like, what's the plan? I just, what are the Russians planning? And what do you guys think about the sanctions? Because that's the other thing, a lot of people are really against sanctions because they're gonna have some really harsh economic tolls. Okay, breaking the Associated Press 3 hours ago. Ukraine says it has lost control of the Chernobyl nuclear site. So let's see what's up with trending. Russia, of course, trending. Napoli is second on trending, which is fucked up. I'm sorry my Twitter is in Spanish, though. This is not my Twitter. This is just a random account. If the Russians take Kiev, the Russian government will probably move the Lviv? They are trying to link their troops in the southern Ukraine with the troops in the eastern front. Okay, gotcha. So, man, apparently war in Ukraine brings rare sight in Russia, this is also something, Russia, there's not a lot of protests inside Russia, obviously. But now, oh, come on, dude. Fuck, I can't access the Washington Post. It's so fucking absurd. The inhabitants of Russia go to protest against Putin. That's so fucking rare, It sounds like they're saying no war, because I know that no in Russian is niet. Flag mush up. It really looks like Ukraine, sorry, not Ukraine, Russia wants to recreate some sort of Soviet bloc of countries. I don't know. And of course, this breaks my heart. It's truly horrific to watch mothers and their kids just running. It's so messed up. When was the last time we saw something like this? Crimea, and I think this is way worse than Crimea. Look at the massive protests. These are hundreds of Russians, if I think. It's unbelievable. And of course, it's surreal. It's really surreal. You usually see footage of Afghanistan or Iraq and say, it's kind of far away. But this is the West. This is Europe. It's fucking war that Europe. I mean, I don't know. I don't remember the last big war outside World War II that happened in Europe. I know in the 90s there were a lot of wars in the Balkans, you know, Serbia and Bosnia and all that. Uh, but this involves Russia, you know, a nuclear power. This is fucking scary, dude. I don't think sanctions are enough, but the US is already reeling from the loss in Afghanistan. Europe didn't focus enough on their military. France is still in Africa, and Turkey is in chaos. There was a post I saw on some Russian PO prisoners of war that were taken this morning. Some of them only look like 18. True. I use Telegram for info because it's completely uncensored. There are some horrific videos coming out of this. That's smart. I hope Russia will not take all of Ukraine. A big refugee wave is coming. Sorry to care about that, but I'm European. No, it's true, you know. And it affects you at the end of the day because Ukrainians are going to go to neighboring countries. You know, they're going to go to Poland. A lot of them are going to go to Germany. And hey, a lot of them are going to go to France or the UK. Like, and we're talking about millions of Ukrainians. I was seeing photos of the roads outside Kiev. And let's see if we look for... and yeah, that's it. Germany offers Poland help with the refugees because that's going to be another thing, right? Oh, Ukraine-Russia invasion. Europe prepares for a wave of refugee. How many people does the Ukraine have? 40 million? You know, even if just like I don't know 5% gets out of the country, that's we're talking about millions. At least a couple of millions. Vietnam and Korea were way bigger. Yeah, true, but it's mostly in Europe. Hey man, what did I miss so far? Nothing much, man. Just fucking the total collapse of the Ukrainian government. I don't know. What the fuck? Look at this tweet. Absolutely no war refugees from Ukraine should be allowed directly to America. Send them to Mexico or Canada. I mean, I hope that Mexico takes in, you know? I have no problem with that. Already we have 100,000 displaced in Ukraine. Gosh, this is so fucking insane. And of course, people trying to help. I just can't imagine. Okay. Novosibirsk in Russia, local residents marching. And that's what's gonna happen. We need more of this. We need more. Because this is the only way there's gonna be change, you know? The only way that scares Putin is losing his power, isn't it? US estimates between 1 and 5 million refugees. Imagine that. That's just as bad as Syria. How many refugees came from Syria? I'm pretty sure it's like 4 to 6 million, which were a lot. Maybe more. You know, don't fact check me on that one. Uh, but imagine just 1 million. Just 1 million. That's gonna be a lot of people. And now imagine the worst case scenario. You know, 5. I stayed up till 3 a.m. last night posting updates to people. I know, I was the same thing. You guys can follow me on Instagram, and I posted a few things. And I was just on TikTok, you know, listening to the people, you know, getting like some real experiences. Let's see if we can actually go to TikTok. So yeah, you can see that. Apparently in Oslo, the Russian embassy had eggs thrown at it by the Norwegians. That's awesome. I don't know what's. I mean, I wish here in Mexico we could do the same, but surprisingly in Mexico, there's a lot of pro-Russian sentiment. Kiev also says that airports the Russian took over near Kiev have been recaptured by Ukraine. That's good. That's good. And I hope the Ukrainians are able to fight because the Russian military is what, like the fifth largest in the world? I don't know. No, you know what? Okay, perfect. But I want to see something more visual, Okay, so Russia, over 900,000 active personnel compared to 200,000 in Ukraine. 900,000 in reserve compared to 2 million. Oh my god, bro. 7,000 artillery compared to 2,000. Armored vehicles is not that bad. I mean, it's double, but still, Ukraine has a surprising amount of armored vehicles. Tanks, Russia has an insane amount of tanks. Attack helicopters, it's not even close. Planes, aircraft, insane. And both nations spend a lot on their defense budget. Yo, T-Man, what's up? Did you guys... The Turkish cargo ship that was bombed near Odessa. I hope the Chinese don't see that as a sign of American weakness. I was actually listening to someone talking about that there were planes from China getting into Taiwan. So could you imagine like they using this distraction to invade Taiwan or do something about Taiwan or the South China Sea? There's a lot that has to do with China too. What does China think about, the whole thing? China refuses to call Russian attack to Ukraine an invasion. Deflects blame to the US. Oh my god. So here are the sides. Listen, I don't think World War III is coming. I don't think that. But there are sides that are forming, China seems to be aligning with Russia. Xi Jinping drew closer to Russia on the eve of war in Ukraine. China denies Russian invasion of Ukraine. That's such a China thing to do, China was neutral on that. I know, I thought the same thing. I thought I heard they were neutral, but apparently they... And this are very new, 26 minutes ago, 8 hours ago. So this is fairly new. Gosh, man. And it's important, China at the end of the day is another big, powerful nation. Tens of thousands flee their homes. The United Nations say 100,000 Ukrainians have fled their homes, with several thousand crossing into neighboring countries. Because that's what's up, At the end of the day, they are literally running out of space. Republican senator criticizes Biden for not sanctioning Putin. Lindsey Graham, oh god, I hate that guy, slammed Biden for not targeting Putin personally with sanctions. How can you personally? Well, you know what? Never mind. I'm not gonna ask. Oh, okay. Anthony Blinken, who is he? The Secretary of State? I don't know who he is, but he speaks with top diplomats of Turkey and the Baltic states. Because of course, other nations have to be involved, particularly nations that are close to Russia. Syria recognized separatist states. Oh my God! Again, there are two sides that are forming. Apparently, Belarus forces are also aiding the Russians. On top, adding on to the problem. Let's see. Let's see some of the. Look at that! Oh my God! Of course, it's. I mean, this is. Everyone wants to get out, Nobody wants to get in. Jesus Christ. Again? Look at the difference. The road that goes, I'm guessing this is Kiev, and the roads that go outside. It's scary, and you can imagine how damaging this is gonna be for the economy. Like Ukraine, let's think about that for a second. Literally everyone wants to get out of Ukraine, right? Who's gonna work the jobs? Who's gonna stimulate the economy? Who's gonna spend their money inside Ukraine? This is gonna be a major hit, not only militarily, but just financially. This is gonna drain Ukraine really quick of resources. Oh my God, thank you so much for the donation, brother. I appreciate it. Taking a look at that shit show, I don't blame you, but you're not going to see a huge declining factor on most charts. The Ukrainian mud season for now is the biggest military factor because tanks can move in mud. I didn't knew that, the mud season, but it makes a lot of sense. At the end of the day, winter is sort of fading away. A lot of places in Ukraine do have snow. When the snow melts, that creates a lot of mud. But hey, man, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate it. I just wanted to take a quick look to the shit show, as you said. And I was watching the news anyway, so I was like, you know what? Why not watching on stream with my friends at YouTube? Gonna turn Russia into the next North Korea. I know, the sanctions I think are pretty brutal, Let's listen to what Biden had to say.
Cecilia Vega, ABC.
Winter's mud season.
Sir,
yeah.
Sanctions clearly have not been enough to deter Vladimir Putin to this point. What is going to stop him? How and when does this end? And do you see him trying to go beyond Ukraine? And a second question I'll just give to you now.
I don't think he's gonna go beyond Ukraine. I think he's gonna stop it because it'd be really stupid, right? Like, where is he gonna go? He's not gonna invade Poland, or he's definitely not gonna invade any NATO members. So I think he's gonna stop in Ukraine.
That the threat that he gave, the West will face consequences greater than any you have faced in history. Is he threatening a nuclear strike?
I have no idea what he's threatening. I know what he has done, number one. And number two, no one expected this.
Listen, I don't like Biden, man. I'm sorry. I just don't like him. I don't know. He just looks old and tired. He doesn't look like a really good politician. Like, look, he just looks really tired, man. He looks like he's going to die in like 5
sanctions
days.
To prevent anything from happening. It has to show, this is going to take time. And we have to show resolve.
Hey, I actually was watching Switzerland was putting sanctions on Russia, which is fucking insane. Switzerland is like breaking their neutrality and putting sanctions on Russia.
So he knows what's coming. And so the people of Russia know what he's brought on them. That's what.
Wow, the Pentagon said this invasion is only step 1 and he will continue. Wow, I just think that'd be really dumb, China's embassy in Ukraine tells citizens to display Chinese flags on vehicles. Oh my God. That's very Chinese of them. I don't know. I want to watch the sanctions. Like, what are some of the sanctions?
On the people of Ukraine. Without provocation, without justification, without necessity, this is a premeditated attack. Vladimir Putin has been planning this for months, as we've been saying all along. Putin is the aggressor.
Yeah.
Putin chose this war. And now he
Go
and his
tell
country
them.
will bear the consequences. Today, I'm authorizing additional strong sanctions and new limitations on what can be exported to Russia. We have purposely designed these sanctions to maximize the long-term impact on Russia and to minimize the impact on the United States and our allies.
But that's the thing.
Our forces are
There's going to be an impact.
and will not be engaged in the conflict with Russia in Ukraine. Our forces are not going to Europe to fight in Ukraine, but to defend our NATO allies and reassure those allies in the East. This aggression cannot go unanswered. If it did, the consequences for America would be much worse. America stands up to...
He's gonna fucking dry up Russia from everything, you know, every single resource, every single financial. They are cutting off Russia from having access to US dollars, euros, pounds. They are freezing the assets of like wealthy Russians and other banks. That's gonna be tough. NATO and EU forces should blockade St. Petersburg, and Turkey should blockade the Bosporus. True, I agree. I really agree. I hope Turkey does so. If not, Greece should make it hard on Russia as possible. That's true. Inflation, the truckers in Canada, the war, the sanctions. Bro, I'm really scared for the economy too. You know, we already had really bad inflation, right? Everywhere, across the world. Here in Mexico, inflation is just as bad as in the US or Europe. And this, Russia produces a lot of oil. Russia produces a lot of natural gas. Russia produces like the material to produce fertilizers. So the food prices are going to go up. Gas prices are going to go up. Oil going to go up. It's going to be bad. It's going to be tough. So yeah, Biden is going to become very less popular, I'm afraid.
First tranche of sanctions.
There we go. Sanctions, baby.
Russia in response to their actions yesterday. These have been closely coordinated with our allies and partners and will continue to escalate sanctions if Russia escalates.
Oh no. China just said they are going to start buying Russian wheat. Other countries will still trade with Russia. That's true, but hey, America and Europe have to be big consumers of Russian goods, you know? So there's definitely going to be a big impact.
We're implementing full blocking sanctions on two large Russian financial institutions, VEB and their military bank. We're implementing comprehensive sanctions on Russian sovereign debt.
Gosh, bro, out of all the Democrats, why did Biden have to be president, you know? Give me someone else. Give me someone else more interesting. He's just boring,
That means
you know?
we've cut off Russia's government from Western financing. It can no longer raise money from the West and cannot trade in its new debt on our markets or European markets either.
That's huge.
Starting tomorrow and
So what's going to happen with bonds? Are we going to be able to buy Russian bonds? I guess not. A new darker era for the West begins. I know. If Russia doesn't stop in Ukraine, that's, you know, that could be really dark. Really, really dark. Russia's going to become dependent on China then. Yeah, that's true. But we already know that China is way more powerful than Russia in almost every aspect. Wall Street Journal. Okay. Dozens of other cities across the country. How are the markets doing? The US stock market. So across the market, there's losses everywhere. Mexico minus 2.18, Brazil minus 0.12, France minus 4%, UK minus 3.8, Germany minus 4. Even China, Hong Kong minus 3.1. However, the Dow Jones and the SP 500 are doing pretty well. Military stocks are going to the moon. I know, right? I mean, hey, guys, if you're into this stuff, it's time to buy, And of course, wow. Oh my God, look at this. Look at this. Can you see this chart? What emotion is driving the market? Extreme fear. I haven't seen it in extreme fear since COVID started. I mean, there's extreme fear in the financial markets. That's fucking bad, God damn. It's time to buy. It's time to buy oil. Well, whatever. Oh, wow. Holy crap. And again, guys, if you're kind of sensitive to this, I'll warn you. Lockheed Martin stock. They're predicting gas prices here in the UK are expected to go up by 40%. Yikes. Wow. That's a lot. 40% increase. Massive. And that's considering the UK is an actual producer of oil, so check the countdown to midnight clock. All right. I think I've heard of that. But let's see. Countdown to midnight. Is this some sort of what's the doomsday clock? And that's the thing, right? Cyber attacks are gonna go. Is there a website where I can check this? I've heard about this. It's about nuclear disaster, isn't it? Oh my God. Listen to this. Yeah, it's basically a website set by World Events saying how close the end of the world is. Do you have the specific website? I can't seem to find it. I mean, because this is just a regular clock, right? Yeah. Guys. Oh. Holy fuck. Bro, Bro, you gotta fire whoever's firing that shit, alright? Damn. Holy shit. Midnight is nuclear war or the end of the world. I think it's called Doomsday Clock, right? It's 100 seconds to midnight. Holy shit. Oh my god. Bro, look at the changes. 2010, it was 6 minutes. 2012, 5 minutes. 2018, 2 minutes. Now it's 100 seconds. Holy fucking shit. Alright, you know? This is really fucking bad. 100 seconds to doomsday, you know? We're fucked. Oh, man. Oh, is this the video of the father? Oh, no. Oh, guys. Lithuania also declared a state of emergency. Holy shit. Gosh. This video made me sad. Extremely sad. I want to see the Lithuania situation. Lithuania declares state of emergency. They know something that we don't, you know? This is not normal. They know something that we don't. There we go. Yeah. Lithuania declares state of emergency. Lithuania's president declared a state of emergency on Thursday, telling the NATO country's army to deploy along its borders. Possible disturbances and provocations due to a large military forces massed in Russia and Belarus. You know, Belarus is also inside all this shit. The state of emergency, declared hours after Russian forces invaded Ukraine, will be valid for 2 weeks. So we'll have to wait and see. Hello, Gustav. How are you doing? Lithuania also borders Kaliningrad. That's true. Moldova declared one as well. Oof, Moldova is also really close to Ukraine, isn't it? Gosh, it must be so fucking scary, dude. Moldova declares a state of emergency too. It closes its airspace. Former Soviet Republic pro-Western president warns country to brace for refugee flows from Ukraine. Okay. All other institutions are on high alert, or just Moldovans in Ukraine to return now. Is this the president of Ukraine? I mean, I know this is not going to be the best moment to say it, but it's kind of attractive. I don't know. Fucking to me, you know? Moldovan President Maria Sandu on Thursday said Parliament will be asked to declare a state of emergency over the gathering war in Ukraine, adding that the country was on alert, ready to receive refugees from Ukraine. You know? No, that's Moldova's president. Got it. Moldova has Russian separatists too. Bro, all those fucking separatists. They just make things so fucking hard. Holy shit, guys, we got 20 viewers. I guess y'all like the news, huh? I asked Moldovan citizens who are visiting or staying in Ukraine or returning home. All border crossings are open with additional staff. Good. Let's watch more clips from Ukraine. Israeli protests. So protests inside Israel. People in all countries are mostly pro-Ukraine, you know? At least most Western countries. Wow. This is so messed up. Have you visited Ukraine's official Twitter website? They are insane. Poland said children from Ukraine won't need documents to enter Poland. That's nice. There's a region of Moldova. That's true. I forgot about Transnistria. True, that's true. That's pro-Russian, self-declared independent state. Ooh. That's very delicate stuff, isn't it? You wish Ukrainian refugees arrived in Israel? That makes sense. My God, man. People in Russia are, of course, getting arrested, as they always do. Wow, this is St. Petersburg. That has to be over 1,000 people. Yeah, absolutely. When was the last time you saw protests on Russia this big? It doesn't happen. People are truly pissed inside Russia, and that's what scares Putin the most, I think. Oh, awesome, brother. Thanks for the donation, man. Yeah, let's check Chernobyl. $380 tweets in the last hour. This is Chernobyl. Let's see, what's some of the latest? 5 seconds ago. Chernobyl is not from Ukraine. This is in Spanish, so okay. This is in German. Russian forces take Chernobyl zone, Ukraine says. So it's they just lost Ukraine. Oh, fuck you, Washington Post. You fucking piece of... Okay, hold up. Chernobyl captured by the Russians. I just don't understand why Putin thinks this is worth it. Here's my theory, all right? This is why I think Putin is doing this. Let's think about Russia for a moment. Imagine being the president of a country with a glorious past, right? The Russian Empire, the Soviet Union, some of the most powerful countries in history. And now Russia is kind of becoming a second power, you know? China is taking relevance. The US by far won the Cold War. The Cold War is over. Russia lost. The Soviet Union disintegrated. So what do you do inside a country that has that kind of past? And now, you know, Russia is very poor. If you guys have visited Russia, you'll see that Russia is kind of surprisingly poor. Its economy is not doing so well. Russia, like China, is also facing a demographic collapse, you know? People in Russia are getting old. So I think Putin is basically saying, you know what? It's now or never. Do we recover some of our lost territories? Do we gain more people and natural resources? It has to be now because we don't have a lot of time. I think that's why he's doing it, you know? Chernobyl is in the door of Kiev. Yeah, I actually was checking the map. So this is Chernobyl, okay, the Chernobyl zone, which is abandoned, right? So I don't really know why the Russians want Chernobyl. And this is Kiev, the capital city and largest city in Ukraine. It's very close, very, very close. This is a map of Ukraine. They are close. Okay, so if you are in Ukraine, I hope that you can get out. If you have family members or friends in Ukraine, especially in Kiev, they have to get out as soon as possible. So let's watch this video.
And are very hopeful that at some point a diplomatic solution.
Okay, this one is interesting. Gosh, let me use my ad blocker. Wow. Map shows how close Putin bombing rates was to Chernobyl. An airstrike mic appears to show that a military strike hit an area near Chernobyl. So this is kind of, No way. So there's actually airstrikes across all of Ukraine. Is this close to Kiev? It looks like a fairly large city. You can see a live stream from downtown Kiev on YouTube. Absolutely, let's check it out. That's true. Russia doesn't have the economy to support a war. And you know what? They can't support to keep Ukraine as a puppet state. They can't. They don't have that kind of money. Especially with the sanctions that apparently they are being very harsh. The sanctions are raining in hard, My God. Let's look at a live stream on. There we go. You know what it looks like? It looks like the first weeks of COVID when everything was empty. Every city was empty, every square, and there's absolutely no one. Putin also has problems with his health. That's interesting. Maybe he will get too old soon. He's pushing into 70. That's true. I think that definitely influences his decision to invade pretty much Ukraine. I mean, declare war on Ukraine. That's insane. Russia is sanction-proof. All his tons of resources perfectly capable of waging war. I don't know if I agree with that, man, because while yes, Russia is a big country, a lot of the Russian land is not really useful for every type of agriculture, And yes, Russia does have a lot of industry and a lot of factories to pursue the war. But at the end of the day, Russia is extremely connected to the European Union and to the US financially. And especially a lot of the banks and a lot of the Russian billionaires, right? A lot of them have bank accounts in the US and Europe. A lot of them live or have houses outside Europe. So I think while, yeah, Russia might be capable of obviously surviving the sanctions and waging war despite the sanctions, I think they are going to take a pretty hard hit. And the worst part is, it's going to really affect the population. That's the worst part, And I really feel for the Russian people because those sanctions are going to be tough. Like the sanctions on Cuba, for example. People in Cuba really suffered from sanctions. But I've never seen sanctions that strong before. And again, I'm pretty young, so of course I didn't live through a lot of stuff. But I think this is the worst war I've seen in my lifetime. I mean, I guess Iraq was pretty bad, but I don't know. This is just different. This feels different, you know? Oh, minerals? But I would agree with that. Yeah, Russia does have a lot of minerals. Could this inspire China to invade Taiwan? You know, that's the thing. Maybe. I think, there were planes. Look. There were Chinese planes on Taiwan's airspace. Yep, this is it. Taiwan warns of Chinese fighter jets amid rising security fears after Ukraine invasion. So there were some planes apparently. There we go. Taiwan's Air Force has scrambled to warn of 9 Chinese military aircrafts that enter its air defense zone, just hours after Russia invaded Ukraine, with Taipei fearful that this crisis could embolden Beijing to increase pressures or even attack the island. Bro, if they attack Taiwan, you know, it's over. You know, World War III. Taiwan reports 9 Chinese aircraft in air defense. Is Taiwan vulnerable? Of course they are. China says Taiwan is not Ukraine as island raises alert level. So the Taiwanese government has to be really scared, you know? Pray for Ukraine. True. Is there a website where we can financially support Ukraine? Okay, so here's a website that we can all click on and we can donate some money, you know, for supplies for the military, medical supplies, and to help children affected by the war, which I think it's a very noble thing to do. So I'm gonna put this link on the stream. There we go. There are links on the description where you can go and support Ukraine financially. You can help the military and particularly the children's, which I think I'm probably gonna be donating some money to this one, the one for the children, because at the end of the day, I don't know, I just feel really bad for the kids. But everyone, this is gonna affect everyone. So if you guys would like to support it, you can check the link, and I think it'd be a nice gesture of everyone, especially if you're European. Well, we're all human beings, right? It doesn't matter where you're from. I think we should all help, despite our nationalities. Taiwan is a fort and a major economy. It's mountainous like Afghanistan, and on top of that, it's an island. That's true. Naval invasions are very extremely difficult. Are you sure it's not a scam? It doesn't look like it. Let me double check, you know, but it doesn't look like a scam. It looks like legit links. I know this looks kind of weird, But I think the organizations, like, I think, well, this one looks a little sketchy. Well, I'll double check. "150 brave Russian officials signed a letter against Putin. Wonder what's gonna happen to these politicians." Yeah, I know, right? But I'm glad. Again, this is something that doesn't really happen a lot. Okay, so this is a Facebook link. Okay, this looks legit, you know? Revived soldiers for Ukraine. I think this looks legit too. Oh, okay, perfect. Let's go to, I think this is the official account, right? You're right. You're right. So this is an official link, I think, yeah, to support. Or no, this is not to donate. Make no mistake, Ukrainians will prevail. We fought against the Russian and Soviet empires in the past, and always freedom and democracy won the day. We need your support now. Support the Ukrainian army and economy. That's true, but I don't see a link to donate. Oh. Oh, this is the bank account, right? Yeah, let's change the link. Yeah, they have bad blood for a long time. Huh? There we go. So now we have another link. I think this one looks a lot more trustworthy. And again, if you would like to send your support to the Ukrainian military and defense, you can totally do it. And I think it's a very noble cause, you know? Where's my... There we go. Whew. Oh, God. So trending, of course, Ukraine. Explore. Let's see. US believes that Russia has launched more than 160 missiles into Ukraine. At least 57 people have been killed. A full-scale invasion in Ukraine. So again, oh, this one is in Spanish, but it's from the UK. It says that the UK apparently has sanctioned Russian banks and businessmen. Gosh, but I don't want the news in fucking Spanish, dude. How can I change it? Chernobyl captured. Okay, so we have the first numbers of people who have died. 57. And I'm afraid it's going to increase a lot. I really am. They have now control over the entire Chernobyl nuclear area. Who is this guy? Is this a Zelensky? Yeah. Russian occupation forces are trying to seize the Chernobyl MPP. Our defenders are giving their lives so that the tragedy of 1986 will not be repeated. This is a declaration of war against the whole Europe. What do you guys think? Especially you guys, my European viewers. What do you think? This is a declaration of war against the whole Europe. Damn. Russia isn't planning to occupy Ukraine. They want to demilitarize Ukraine and get it to sign a treaty committing not to join NATO. The president of Ukraine is Jewish Ukrainian. The Russian state media called him and the girl a fascist, which is stupid. Yeah. Do you believe Putin? Because that's the thing. I mean, Putin is not, the best. Spain is also sending some things. All right. Where's Germany in the Ukraine standoff? True. Well, I mean, considering the context, maybe Germany prefers to stay out of it, But I think they should be more involved, I always wondered what would happen if Ukraine somehow joined NATO. World War III. I know. And I don't know why. I don't know why Putin is so scared of Ukraine joining NATO. We don't live in the Cold War anymore. Does he believe that NATO is gonna somehow invade Russia? That's fucking stupid. Of course that's not gonna happen. So I think he just feels threatened and he wants to relive Russia's glory days, which they are far from gone. And I don't think he wants to recreate the Soviet Union or anything like that. He simply wants to gain more power for Russia. And I agree with the fact that he's probably gonna make Ukraine sign some sort of official treaty saying you cannot join NATO. The German Green Party is in control of the national diplomacy. They're staunch pacifists. I don't know if we need a lot of pacifists right now. Russia has Crimea. If Ukraine joins NATO, it will war. Also read about the Finland PM saying she's opening to having Finland join NATO now. Ooh, that's some sweet tea right there, huh? Let's see. Oop, there it is. There it is. Amid Russian military OPS in Ukraine, Finland Prime Minister says countries ready to join NATO if it comes to national security. I mean, winter war against Finland. Finland has been one of the Soviet Union biggest victims. So I could see that happening. NATO moves out. Putin is only saying what the West want to hear. It's kind of hard to know what Putin really wants, And I have friends from France, and they're telling me, yeah, it's fucked up. I have literally European friends texting me hey, everything is okay, but it's so crazy. And I also have you guys that are giving me your perspectives, which is fucking awesome. Finland and Sweden could possibly join NATO because of the war. Okay. Which is interesting. I thought Sweden was already... Oh, Swedish government firm on not joining NATO. Well, I think they should join. I think a lot more countries should join because this has to be like anti-Russian. Let's see what the president is saying, you know. Phone conversation with Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada. Today there is a full-scale war throughout Ukraine. We demand the immediate imposition of additional tough sanctions against Russia. Now more than ever, we need concrete support. I count on Canada's leadership in this process. It seems like Canada is also very passive on this. What's Mexico doing, though? I have no idea. Because Mexico, by our constitution, we are a neutral nation, like Switzerland, sort of. But apparently there's nothing. Our prime minister said he does not want these events and sanctions to result in attacks on Russians living in the UK. You know, which makes sense. You know, I don't think the Russian people have to do anything to do. It's about the Russian government. So I don't want to hate on the Russian people. They are very nice, very supportive, and a lot of them are protests. So if you're Russian or you live in Russia, you should definitely go on the streets and make your voice heard. Let's see, do we have some updates on the live stream? Yeah, just empty.
I've just heard the first siren has just gone off. And I've been told by city officials that indicates that this is a city under attack. That, again, is the first time we have...
Turkey could play a role in the war. They can help Ukraine by denying the Russians access to the Bosporus Strait. True. Turkey has also, always had kind of beef with Russia, So maybe it's their time to take a hit against Russia. That'd be interesting. That'd be something interesting. I wonder, has Turkey made any official opposition or sanctions? Turkey on Russia, because they truly have. Okay. So Ukraine is asking Turkey to shut the Black Sea waterways to Russian ships. Erdogan is saddened by Russian invasion, but again, that's just not. So apparently Turkey in tough spot over Russia-Ukraine crisis. Ukraine as Turkey, okay? So apparently Turkey hasn't done or said a lot. Ukraine already asks them to close it. Turkey hasn't responded. Turkey's playing both sides. From Wyoming, USA. Wyoming is awesome. Never been there, but it's a pretty cool place. Turkey sold Ukraine a couple of drones. Interesting. So we have
nothing in the short term as it relates to energy.
Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate it. Okay, I know it's late, but we will get to as many people as possible.
It's over. Come on.
I just wanted to note a couple of things at the top for all of you. One, USAID put out an announcement that they've deployed a DART, or Disaster Assistance Response Team, to respond to humanitarian needs in Ukraine. This DART team, which is currently based in Poland, is working closely with European allies and partners who will be on the front lines of the response.
Oh no.
The team will
Erdogan
lead the US
said he doesn't support
humanitarian
sanctions
response to help
as a
address critical
principle.
needs caused by Russia's
Oh,
invasion
man.
of Ukraine. The DART comprises 17
Hey,
disaster
but maybe
experts from
they'll deny
USAID
the
who are
access to
assessing
the
situation,
to
identifying
the
priority needs to
Turkish
scale up
waters,
assistance
the
inside
Bosporus
Ukraine,
Strait.
and working with partners to provide rapidly needed assistance to communities affected by the conflict. I know a number of you have also asked me, and we've tried to provide as much detail as possible about how the president has spent his time over the last period since last evening. I think we put out a few details, but just
The
to reiterate
government
for
is
all of
just
you. He closely
insane.
monitored the events on the ground from both the Oval Office and then back in the residence.
Government's
over
going
the course of
crazy,
last
huh?
evening. We put out a few details last night, including the fact that he spoke repeatedly with his
Turkey
national
probably
security
wants
advisor,
economic
Jake
relief
Sullivan, and
first
also
before
spoke with
doing
his
anything
US
with
UN
Russia.
Ambassador Linda Thomas Greenfield before she gave that powerful speech at the UN last night. He received a briefing from
Which is really messed up, right? Because Turkey is supposed to be a member of NATO. Turkey is a member of NATO, so they're taking a very soft position with Russia.
Continued to monitor closely into the wee hours last night. This morning, as you all know, he met for just about an hour with his national security team, which included both a full table in the room and full members from the cabinet, from the national security team.
So you
on the
guys,
screen.
viewers in
During
Europe,
that meeting,
stay
as a
safe, man.
standard, he
Like,
received an update from, of course, Defense, Intel, his diplomatic team about the status on the ground, and he has, of course, remained closely engaged with them through the course of the day. As you know, he also had a G7 meeting that lasted a couple of hours this morning, and he also spent an hour this afternoon on the phone with the leaders in Congress, Democratic and Republican leaders in Congress, briefing them on the situation on a secure call, briefing them on the situation on the ground, answering questions they had as well. So that has been his day to date, and he is continuing, of course, to focus on other priorities as president. But why don't we go to you, Zeke?
Thanks, Jen. Just picking up on that, has the president made any additional foreign leader calls today? Has he spoken to President Zelensky since their call last evening?
There's not been another call to President Zelensky. I expect, as you have seen over the past several days, he will continue to have calls with leaders. We will keep you abreast as those happen.
And with the U.S. government saying that it believes that the Russian objective right now is to decapitate the Ukrainian government, does U.S. believe that President Zelensky at this moment is safe?
We're not going to get in.
The Japanese ambassador, he will fight the Russians as a samurai. Oh, that sounds badass, you know? Again, Japan and Russia have also had a historical beef. So, you know, it's definitely very interesting. Japanese ambassador in Ukraine. Oh, the Japanese ambassador. The Japanese ambassador to Ukraine stayed in Kiev. Damn, that's a real man right there. His great-grandfather's samurai sword in traditional armor was delivered to him from Tokyo, Japan. In a Facebook post, he declared that the samurai must protect the country in which he is. Glory to Japan, glory to Ukraine. Damn. He literally had his grandfather's sword and armor flown to him. I mean, that's some genius marketing right there. He's gonna stay, man, and that takes some balls. And there we have it. The sword, the armor, it looks really nice. The sword, you know, that has to be like an expensive old school samurai sword. Unfortunately, this is fake. It's the Ukrainian ambassador to Japan posting in Tokyo, not the Japanese ambassador to Ukraine. Holy fuck, the Japanese ambassador is stepping in. That's badass, man. I mean, if it's real, then damn, you know? Kudos to this man. If the US joins the war, Alaska is screwed. True, Alaska, former part of the Russian Empire and extremely close to Russia. Also, the airport in Juneau is strategically very important for both Asia and America. So we're gonna have to see. Let's see, are there more clips? This is from ABC News an hour ago. Dozens of people huddled for shelter in a subway station. What is Russia going to target next after this? Wow. There's immigrants and shit. So scary. Sorry, that's right, the Anchorage airport. I totally mixed the cities up, but it's the Anchorage airport. My God, bro. Well, Ukrainians residing in Mexico, they protest at the Russian embassy. Well, that's an interesting development. There's a few Ukrainians living in Mexico City, particularly. I've met some of them. And yeah, apparently they're protesting outside the embassy. It's just gotta be so fucking tough to see their families in trouble. And that's the worst part too, bro. Like, they were denying that they were gonna invade. And all of a sudden, boom.
I think no one really believed that this will happen. It's insane. No normal, sane people here want this.
Russia will probably attack Moldova next.
I don't know, because of everything, because
Romania
of all the
wants to
reasons
reunify with
possible,
Moldova.
because it's not
and Moldova is both in NATO and the European Union.
Foreign
That's
country,
probably
the
true,
country
especially
which is
because,
a
we were
neighbor.
talking about Transnistria, this independent region in Moldova that is also pro-Russian or like pro-separatist.
My mom can be moved to.
So very, very scary. Yeah, beyond the battlefield. It's not about the battlefield. It's like the huge migrant crisis that's gonna... Oh, fuck you, dude. New York Times also, I don't want to create an account. Don't make me create an account for every news site. President Biden said removing from SWIFT a high-security network that connects thousands of financial institutions around the world. It's not the position that the rest of Europe wishes to take, but noted it's always an option. All right. If you're a Ukrainian currently searching for the nearest shelter, how can you joke about World War III as a coping mechanism? What are you coping with? I woke up to the sounds of explosions in my city. Is it funny to you? Yeah, it's not funny at all. Okay, so here's an interesting article from The Economist. Nothing about the war in Ukraine was inevitable. It is a conflict entirely of Vladimir Putin's own making. Yeah, that's basically, he invaded Ukraine because he could. And, oh yeah, there's a bot here. We're gonna block this person. How do I... Yeah, well... The Ukrainians' Twitter asked Twitter to ban the official Russia off this platform. Whoa, that is it. Is it true? No way, breaking Ukrainian Interior Ministry. Hold up, bro. Yeah, it's kind of messed up to put some ads on a crisis like this. But let's see. Yo, it's true. Men aged 18 to 60 reportedly not to leave Ukraine. Oh, dude. Oh my god, I just got some chills, you know? Like, that's so fucking horrible. Like, look at me. I couldn't fight a war, you know? I'm just a fucking streamer. And now everyone like aged 60 can't leave okay, that's a clear message that you're gonna have to stay here and defend the fucking motherland. Oh, I feel so bad for the man. Please do not create panic and do not try to cross the border on your own. Victory is upon us. Glory to Ukraine. Martial law in the country overnight Thursday. We are 19. Yeah, I know, bro. Let's refresh Twitter. Oh, there it is. Hey people, let's demand Twitter to remove Russia from here. No place for an aggressor like Russia on Western social media platforms. They should not be allowed to use these platforms to promote their image. And yeah, this is the official account of Russia. I wonder what the comments of this are like, you know? Wow. Look at this. A Russian bear targeting Ukraine and a panda targeting Taiwan. Yikes. This is my neighbor, Russia. He's a pain in my ass. And you got Kazakhstan, Georgia, Finland, the Baltic nations, Azerbaijan, Belarus. Yeah, damn. We are 19. I know. I mean, I'm 22, bro. I don't like, even if I was 30, I'd be like, fuck no, I don't want to go to war. No bitches. We stand with Kiev and Ukraine. So yeah, people really mad at Russia. This is just a random post. Damn, it's just so crazy that the man can't leave the country. If you're a man, if you're a father, and you want to stay with your family, you technically can't. Yo, that's dope art, though. The one from Ukraine or the one from Russia? I mean, they're both dope, right? You can say that Russia still has, like, cool art. That's pretty cool, though. And hey, you know, Russia still has some pretty cool places too, you know? Let's not forget that this is not to hate on Russia or to hate on the Russian people. This is about the Russian government, the Kremlin. This is the account of the Kremlin. Ooh, oh shit. Look at this. This is interesting, okay? Telephone conversation with the president of Iran. The president of Iran. Holy shit. Oh, the one with the bears? Yeah, that's true. But holy fucking shit, you know? It's cool art, though. I really liked it. But a telephone conversation with the president of Iran, a meeting with representatives of Russian business circles, the elites, the oligarchs, all the people that have been affected by the bans of the banking systems and all of that. With the Prime Minister of Pakistan. Man. So fucking insane, though. 18 hours ago, with President of Turkey, Erdogan. Damn. So he's talked to Iran, he's talked to Pakistan, he's talked to Turkey. It doesn't look like he's talked with China. No. But this describes the situation, you know? I think they're gonna help each other. Or at least like cover up for each other. Notice the art in the top right corner on Ukraine's Twitter. This one? Oh my god, is this... Oh shit. This is Adolf Hitler? Yeah, look at the mustache, right? It's Hitler. Oh my god, 1.2 million likes. Holy shit. I'm retweeting this. The Ukrainian Twitter, this is not a meme, but our and your reality right now. You know, there are some similarities, and the worst similarity possible, appeasement. Most nations are committing some sort of appeasement. Bro, it's true. A new Axis powers, yeah, that's true. We have Russia, we have China, we have Iran, we have Pakistan. It's truly, when you look at the, yeah, it's so scary, man. Look at this comment. Listen, I'm no international conflict expert, but I'm pretty sure certain memes aren't the way to go when you're being invaded. Oh, God. Fuck you, Washington Post. But look at this. Look at the traffic.
And there we go.
And the sirens.
The first siren has just gone off.
We are coming on the air with breaking news. Ukrainian officials telling NBC News their country is under attack. Our team spread throughout Ukraine, hearing large blasts and...
Remember when we watched the live stream? You know, there were no cars. This was 18 hours ago. Look at how many cars traveling
all across the country.
I don't know if you can see.
Reporting Russian troops landing in parts of Ukraine as the sun is rising there.
And yeah, that's true. That's another thing. Hitler started by invading German territories. They marched into Austria. They took the Sudetenland. There's definitely similarities.
44 million citizens.
Gosh, this is... Imagine hearing that live. Imagine having a family while you're hearing that siren.
Going off here in the center of the Ukrainian capital.
Has indicated he has no... We have air raid sirens here right in Kiev. If you hear that behind me.
Yeah, we do. We do, Joe.
Sirens have just gone off.
So explain.
Ukraine's military says it has destroyed 30 tanks. Ooh, let's watch the sauce. Russian tanks burned just fine 9 hours ago. Damn. Is this a person? Is this a human being? But look at the tanks, yeah. There we go. the Russian army has lost more than 30 tanks and up to 130 armored combat vehicles. 5 aircrafts, 6 helicopters during the first day of the invasion, said Commander-in-Chief of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, Salushny. So who's this guy? Ukraine ambassador to Austria. All right. There we go. Just a beaten down helicopter. And this has to be expensive, you know? We're talking about millions of dollars right there. There we go. Burned tanks. Good for the Ukraine, though. I'm surprised on how well the Ukrainians are fighting back. I mean, they have a motivation, right? It's their land. It's their country. I think they're going to fight much harder than the Russians because it's their land. It's their country. They don't have anything else. Well, the Russians, what's their motivation? They're going to war because Vladimir Putin is telling them to go to war? Ukraine captured 2 tanks of Russian invaders. Man, this look like kids, bro. These guys look like they should be playing, I don't know, League of Legends or... This guy looks like he's 19 or 20. And even this guy who maybe, you know, has the stash and maybe looks a little bit older, but how old is he? 19 to 22? Exactly. I mean, I also feel kind of bad for them, you know? Wow. Oh, there we go. We were talking about the mud. I was going to say, be careful what you look at. YouTube might not take too kindly to it. That's true. You know, everything that's too explicit, I have to be real careful with that. So if the stream gets taken down, you know, you guys know why. And the Javelin missiles probably help. LMFAO. I misspoke earlier. Putin wants to control everything the Russians had earlier than 1946 and what Hitler had control over in 1938. Jesus Christ. At least they are in 16, like in World War I and II. Well, that's true. It's an improvement, though. It's truly an improvement. The Ukrainians fought for their independence throughout the existence of the USSR. If people want to AS Putin, then they really want to know. This is the mud we were talking about. This is truly mud season. And this is going to be extremely harsh for the tanks. Russian military tank after being attacked along with some documents. Wow. I'm glad that Ukrainians are fighting, you know. I don't know what this means, but the date of the last pick looks like 2012 written there. No, it's 2022. Oop. Second largest city in Ukraine. There we go. We have the young soldiers that they look extremely young. Jesus Christ. Do we have any videos? Oh. They're like, fuck you, man. The music, you know, it's like, it's World War III, but hey, who says you can't have fun? Damn, it's not even that funny though. It's not even that funny. Oh.
Всякий з цими тварями руськими буде. От, куди йшли вони в 4 години по півночі? Де йшли? паспуті, на конченого втихаря хотіли зайти, на ту й горять огнем невугасимо.
Nice.
Повтікали. Куди повтікали? Не билися вже.
I like that, you know. It's good. Again, feel happy for the Ukrainians defending. Oh, that's maybe a little bit too much for YouTube. Russian soldiers and tanks entering the city. At the entrance of Melitopol. Gosh. What world are we living in, man? Oh, this is interesting. Russian forces, this is 58 minutes ago, crossing the Belarusian-Ukrainian border earlier today with T-72 tanks. What? There are a lot of aftermath videos, but I don't think YouTube would like them very much. That's true, though. Probably not a good idea to watch the aftermath videos. What a time to be alive. True, man. Just stay safe, guys. Especially you living in close countries like Romania, Moldova, Belarus, the Baltic states, and Finland. Stay safe. And even you guys who watch me in Austria, Germany, France, everywhere, just stay safe, you know, be careful. So this person claims this is the Belarusian border. You know, we have to take it with a grain of salt. We don't know who they are, but more burning tanks. Oh. Pray for Eastern Europe? Yeah, absolutely. Mariupol is being defended by a potential neo-Nazi regiment of the Ukrainian army called the Azov Battalion. Oof. Gosh damn it, man. It's one or the other. And unfortunately, yeah. There we go. Oop. Maybe that was a little bit too explicit. Yeah. And this is just the first day. We already have over 50 people dead. We have 30 tanks destroyed, 6 helicopters, 5 aircrafts. And this is just the first day. It's not even a full day. It's just been a few hours, really. True. You know, pray for Eastern Europe, though. Oh, also, it's totally confirmed that the Russians and Belarusians tanks crossed that border because that's how they got to Chernobyl. Oh. So it's confirmed. Belarus is in this, and they are totally with Russia. Champagne is on the ground. Gosh. Let's see if we can get some recent footage. 7 hours. Can I filter, though? Can I get, like... I want the newest videos. John Kerry.
Concerned about Ukraine because of the people of Ukraine and because of the principles that are at risk in terms of international law and trying to change boundaries of international law by force.
Hello, we have someone who speaks Russian. I'm sorry, brother, sister. I don't speak Russian, so you might have to help me with that one. "46 minutes ago. No to war. Shame."
Російської Федерації наші збройні
The safety of 20,000 Indians. Oh wow, this is Tbilisi. In Georgia, thousands are forming into a human chain to express support to Ukraine. There was a video of a fleet of Russian helicopters flying towards a burning Ukrainian town. Holy crap. I mean, this is truly a messed up war.
Уже штук 2 не видно українського герба, точно російські. Уже штук 20 пролетіло. Не видно.
And Ukraine is actually like a very poor country, so the people must be
українського
struggling so
герба,
much.
точно російські. Прямо над хатами. Прямо ось над хатами літають, падли. Полетіли в сторону аеропорта, бомблять аеропорт, чути, що йде бій. Вже штук 30 нарахував точно.
Twitter's loud.
Уже штук 20 пролетіло. Не видно українського герба, точно російські. Прямо над хатами. Прямо ось над хатами літають, падли.
What are other YouTubers saying? Do you guys have any political news YouTuber that you like? We can watch. I have watched like some videos of Hassan, and I don't like a lot of his foreign policy takes. I think they're pretty dumb. I watched Kyle Kulinski, although I haven't watched him in a while. David Pacman. I like David Pacman. You know, he's cool. They were heading to drop troops off at an airport near Kiev. They succeeded in taking it over, but Ukraine has reclaimed it. NFKRS made a video about it. I don't know who that is, but I can guess we can figure that out. Gosh, again, I have friends in Okay, you know, let's look at some of these guys.
The day during which I'm recording this video.
Regular Russians say no to war.
Hello everybody, it is your boy Roman, your friendly neighborhood Russian. Saying the central in these times is just really weird, man. Before we begin, I would just like to say that this video is not gonna be monetized. I'm not trying to make this video in order to get views because it's a trending topic. It's because my entire channel in the recent years has come to be a place where I discuss Russia, where I talk about Russia, where I make vlogs about Russia, and also is centered around the entire post-Soviet Union. So there is no possible
it's important to hear the takes
even though I have a lot of
a Russian YouTuber
and, videos to upload, I cannot imagine providing
Artur Rehi. I think that's the Estonian guy, right? Okay, we'll watch it.
Sort of entertainment in these
Crowd
times, you know, which
on
is
Twitter.
Russia,
we'll check it out too.
I know you guys cannot think about anything but the current war going on in Ukraine, and neither can I. And I want to make this video to once again outline my position is that I do not want a war, and also I want to just talk to you guys and explain that even though for a lot of people
I dislike him a lot.
regular
Why?
Russians,
I mean, I don't know him, but
most of Russians do not want a war to happen. They do not want a war with Ukraine at all. I totally understand a lot of you guys are frustrated at Russia right now, but I just want to talk about why you shouldn't misplace that anger and place it on the regular everyday people. Yeah, I mean, what is there to say? All I can say is that the amount of things I can really say in this video is very limited because, well, I do not want to have any trouble with the law, should I say, right? I just want to talk about just what's going on in my fucking brain,
he actually
because
lives
I'm going insane.
in Russia.
I want to talk about the feelings of the regular people in Russia regarding this, and just I don't know, man. I need to
very mean
because I've actually been holding off on making this video for the entire day because the entire day, you know, I was on my phone monitoring the entire situation, and I wanted to let myself cool off a little bit and calm down before I record this video. You guys might make fun of me for this, but generally I would describe myself as a pacifist. I'm not for any military action of any kind, and you know, making this video,
like, I totally agree with that. I don't think it's about the Russian people. However, I do think that the Russian people really need to step up here, you know, and they have to step up against their government, which is, I don't know why Putin is still in power. It's beyond me.
Again, this is like probably honestly something that I shouldn't really do, but you know,
I really don't know.
Especially with a largely Western audience. You know, if I had a Russian audience, I wouldn't really have to do this because everybody kind of understands, you know, what it is. Not everybody is ready to voice this opinion, and I'm not trying to say right here, right now that I'm like a fucking hero for, you know, making this video. I'm not, but I am anxious regarding talking about this, you know. But I feel like one thing that kind of pushed me over the edge, Russians I see online. This includes people that I know in real life or online who've been posting stuff saying that they're against this. And also an overall thing is that what I noticed is that
Tim Pool has talked a lot about Ukraine. Ooh, we can watch that. I mean, I don't agree with Tim Pool, but
it's actually a lot of Russian YouTubers who are basically, you know, my colleagues. They have been posting.
It's impossible to step up over there. I think in large numbers, it's possible. Every single dictatorship that has been faced with large number of opposition has been toppled, you know?
And I wanted to do it anyway, but so many people.
That's why it has to be a lot of people who are against Putin,
you know, I
and
felt
a
like
lot of people that go out and protest.
The Russian YouTube community, I guess, should I say, that sort of pushed me to make this video. So yeah, as far as the like overall mood of the Russian people goes, I mean, from what I'm seeing, the majority of the people are against
that's true.
it.
I like the Russian people, you know.
This is the thing as well. Actually, today in Moscow and St. Petersburg and other cities in Russia, there were pretty big anti-war protests. Protesting against this, and just the fact that there are protests in a country where going to a protest that's like unauthorized with the government could potentially land you in jail or get you a very big fine and, you know, create problems for your future career or whatever. The fact that people are still risking all that and doing it shows that there are people who are very passionately against it inside of Russia. Because this is one thing that pisses me off, is that like whenever you go on like Reddit, like r/world news, and I'm not trying to diss everybody on that subreddit, but a lot of the people on there, whenever there's any new like thread about Russia, the amount of like fucking just hate on regular Russian people I see there is fucking insane. I see comments all the time.
He constantly shits on Russia.
Warmonger and xenophobic, you know. For me personally, I would say that in my entire
he really despises the country. He should just leave. No one is forcing him to stay.
I understand. I have my own like social circle, and it's all like kind of an echo chamber or whatever.
That's
but
true, Bill.
Likes and fucking wants
That's
war,
very true.
Okay?
He
this
does
war
that.
Is not waged by the everyday regular people, and I see a lot of takes online of people also saying that Russians are responsible for choosing the presidents and the governments that did it. Do you have any fucking idea, you know, what the Russian political system is like? Come on, like, do you really think we have a say? You know what I mean? And seeing this shit only like undermines our experience, the fucking shit I have to go through every single day, monitoring every fucking word I say on the internet. You know what I mean? You just don't know what it's like. Like, Americans don't really understand what kind of a privilege it is to live in a country where you can openly say Biden sucks. Right? In fact, a ton of Russians, even if they're not going out to protest because they might be terrified, they might have different reasons for it.
That's true, though. That's true.
Because it's fucking scary to do, okay? And you cannot even imagine what it's like. They are not causing this. I mean, I really have no idea what's gonna happen next, to be honest. Of course, the obvious thing I can say is that I hope for the de-escalation of the conflict, but you know, I don't know. And also, with all the sanctions that are going on right now, the issue I feel like is that a lot of the European sanctions that do not only hurt the Russian elites, but they also hurt the common Russian person. For example, you know, Czech Republic just announced that they're suspending giving out visas to Russians, which doesn't really make any sense to me. Like, how is that in any way damaging the governments, which is what they want to do, I guess? It's not. It's just damaging, like, the common person who might actually want to...
All her life, she knows no other leader than Putin. He's mad, yeah.
You might shit on me
Putin has over 20 years in power. That's insane. That sounds like a dictatorship, to be honest. I mean,
scared of bombs dropping on their head.
I mean, in all realness, Russia is a dictatorship, you know?
Right now, I fucking get it. I get it, right? We can still talk about this. We can still discuss this, you know? So yeah, I understand that your house being bombed is worse than than your currency getting worse. I understand that, but I still want to talk about it, okay? I think the scariest thing for me personally with these...
Damn, well, I truly understand why he's so passionate about it. And I could see his point of view. Someone was telling me Kraut was tweeting about this. Kraut and tea people. Come on. What? It's private. There we go. Okay. I feel angry but optimistic. The Ukrainians are giving the Russians hell. And there is European unity. But I have zero patience for those who spent the last week spreading Russian disinformation. Don't care if you're far left or far right. Just fuck off. That sounds, you know, that sounds very reasonable. I'm gonna follow Crod, you know, he's fucking awesome. Tweets are protected, you know, that sucks. Okay, which other YouTuber you guys wanted to watch? Someone was saying Team Pool. Gosh, I fucking hate Tim Pool, bro. I'm sorry.
There's a viral clip going around.
I think he's just kind of dumb, you know? I don't like him. I don't know. Arthur Rehi. Yeah, let's check that guy. By the way, he lives in Estonia, so he must be kind of scared. Oh shit, and he was on the military? Is this the Pigeon Speaks guy? No, I think, you know, Timpo is another far right winger. I guess similar to the Pigeon Speaks guy. But he's supposed to be a centrist. Wow. Damn. A lot of views, my guy. Good for you.
All right. Hello, my friends. My name is Artur Rei and I am an Estonian soldier. 12 hours ago, or 5 a.m. on 24th of February, Russian forces...
Estonia has a mandatory service. All Estonian men must serve in the military.
On the western side, southern side,
so yeah, he's reserved.
And even on the I mean, on the eastern
And
side,
he has a
and
gun, you know, I
western
wonder if
side.
that's real.
Today we're going to cover as much as we can. I have a map for you, an interactive map. We're going to watch the battles, we're going to watch some videos, we're going to watch some news, the international report. We're going to see some Russian tanks burning, maybe some Ukrainian equipment burning. And it's going to be a long night. So get ready. I'm just reading the comments to make sure everything is good. We're good to go. So it goes down sometimes, but right now this shows us what is going on in the world connected to the Ukraine-Russia war. We cannot call it a crisis or conflict. I will call it war. Ukrainian-Russian war. Right. We have all the little dots.
That looks like a cool map. Live UA map. All right. Let me check real quick on the map. What? Mandatory gun ownership. Sounds not, you know, makes sense. I guess. There we go. So this is Kiev, right? President Zelensky signed a decree on general mobilization. The shell hit the Buka crossing. So this is a really cool map. The US, sanctions and all that. So I'm guessing these are all the countries that have been vocal against Russia. Well, we'll check it out later. Where's the...
Here they show us what has been happening, and as you can see 4 minutes ago, it is updated.
Gotta refresh it
First
sometimes,
thing
I
we
know.
read here is the whole...
Sounds American. The gun ownership? Yeah, I know, right?
Within the first day of war.
It sounds cool, but...
5 a.m. today it started, and it is Estonian time 9:44 p.m. So 57 Ukrainians killed, another 169 were injured in the Russian invasion of Ukraine, according to the Ministry of Health. I have something to say about this. If we see these numbers here, this is the western side of the war, which means it's our side of the war, which means these numbers might be a little bit downplayed. Don't get this the wrong way, but usually in war, your side downplays the casualties and upplays the enemy strength. And the enemy side, you know, the Russian side, makes their casualties smaller and Ukrainian casualties bigger. So let's take all of these numbers with a grain of salt and let's like take something off of it every time. Let's say, you know, this might be bigger.
Oh, it's gonna get much bigger, you know.
Killed. But okay, it is.
But at this time, probably it's...
Boom Jin says, love your channel, man. Stay safe. Thank you for the super chats.
It's not a good time to be Estonian.
I will zoom out now. Sorry, I don't want this to... See, we have Ukraine here. And the red areas is where it is fully known that Russian forces have advanced to. Of course, battles happen all over the place, but most of them...
Damn, look at... They went beyond Crimea too. Does that appear on my map? Doesn't look like it. Oh yeah, wait. And we have, you know, like South Ossetia in Georgia, like these independent regions too. But look at how much the Russian troops have advanced. Is this area also taken? Oh, it's Transnistria, right? God damn. Germany did something. Russian access to the European Union and US markets. Poland, let's see. Turkey supports Turkey supports Ukraine. discuss practical steps to ensure security in the Black Sea region against the backdrop of Russia's brutal attack on Ukraine. Okay, so Turkey apparently is siding with Ukraine. That's good. 10-kilometer long traffic jam at the border crossing into Poland tonight. All refugees clamoring to get away from the Russian invasion army. Yikes. What's the red up with Estonia? Is there any red? Oh, it's close to Estonia, but it's an airport, right? Ukrainian government sources tell 18 planes have left Pskov and will arrive in an hour. And this was 8 hours ago, so I think some planes. But Estonia looks fine, though. Thankfully, we don't want our favorite Estonian getting hurt. You know, that's good.
Bombings are
good for you, bro.
Shellings from mortar fire and air battles. This red area here shows where
makes sense to have mandatory ownership. Russia could probably roll over Estonia in a week or less.
And we have,
that's true, though. That's very true, considering
right
the context.
Belarusian border, so they are very close already for the start, but now they're even closer. They are about 10 to 15 kilometers or 7 miles from Kiev. Russian land army is, and I think we're just gonna go one by one, scroll down and look at each battle, each case they have uploaded here separately, and I'm just gonna do that, and we're gonna go through this. But first I will show you where this invasion started about 14 hours ago.
Where did it start, though? I wanna... But my map is like glitched, or it doesn't work as well. So this is fighting clashes near Kherson. So a lot of the clashes seem to be here. Destroyed Russian armored vehicles near Sumy. We watched this on Twitter. Ukrainian army captured a whole platoon of the 74th Motorized Brigade in the Chernihiv region. That's cool. So they are capturing some people, you know? And they are neutralizing more army. That's cool, though. I think this is the airport, right, that they recovered. This has to be it. Let's keep watching our favorite Estonian YouTuber.
This is the northern side.
Yeah, that's true, though. There's probably a lot of traffic going in and from that website.
Yes,
Renato, what's up, my boy? How are you doing?
Slava Ukraini, my friend.
Guys, we're 21 viewers. Thank you so much. That's awesome.
This is the eastern side of Ukraine. We don't have much there, only some shellings. But this is the southern side, right? Crimea, we have huge fighting here, biggest battles happening here. Russia is pushing forward strongly. And then we have south...
How long was this? 3 hours ago? Yeah, because they haven't moved from this position,
this side,
right?
Transnistria, right? This is almost the western side of Ukraine, so the European Union side, but still you have this,
Moldova. That's fucking scary, though.
A Russian separatist area.
Having a gun in the house also encourages practice with it, so the amount of retraining for services maybe shortens slightly. Nuclear wars possible.
Hey brother,
it's possible now. I think it's unlikely, but now, you know, now it's a little more possible than before, and that's fucking...
You will hear it. I will not go on the map, I will go here on the right. News live 8 minutes ago. This is like 20 minutes behind right now, so it's like 28 minutes ago. The AN-26 aircraft of the Russian Air Forces crashed in the Voronezh
Guys, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I'll leave you the video playing. You know, I'm just gonna go real quick to the bathroom.
It's shot down, so they,
you know, your boy's gotta take a piss.
Down.
Right.
And if we're talking about how the invasion started, it started with a massive strategic air bombardment Russian fighters, Russian bombers, and Russian mortar shelling. It started like that for a few hours, but it didn't go without casualties. From the beginning of the invasion, we have seen, I think, about 7 to 8 Russian MiGs and Su aircrafts, fighter jets shot down. 7. Like each of those is very expensive. The jaded Greeks man says, hopefully this is a wake-up call to NATO. It's not a social club, it's a serious defensive alliance, and if you're going to be a member, you must commit. I agree with you 100%. Now let's just zoom in for a moment. These blue markings, you know, with the vehicle here, this shows, if it's blue, it shows Ukrainians shooting down Russian aircrafts. It appeared 6 hours ago in Kiev. It appears an aircraft was shot down over Kiev. Now we're going to look, these videos are very short, but we're going to look at these. This is how it looks like in war. That's how it is. That's how short, it's like 3 seconds, you know. So I'm going to pause. You can see these are the burning parts of, I would say, I couldn't say which one it was, but they say mostly the pilots have ejected before they're shot down. If we zoom in here, we have another one. Yeah, welcome to members. If you want to join the Estonian Soldier Discord server, you have to become a member. Another one, which is 8 hours ago, a Russian helicopter shot down at Hostomel airfield. Hostomel airfield is right here. It is 10 kilometers from Kiev. It was taken 2 hours ago by the Russian land forces, and now the latest news, I could do this, you know, this just in, because it is the latest. Ukrainian army has counterattacked and it has taken it back, and they see a lot of Russians, a lot of dead Russians around there. I'm not going to show you dead Russians because this is the fastest way to demonetization, but yes, they have taken it back as much as I know right now. Now let's see, 8 hours ago, how did they shoot down those helicopters? We have 11-minute video. I mean, minutes. I'm sorry, one.
Ух ты ж, ёлки-палки.
Ёлки-палки.
Да слышь.
Boom. So you cannot see much, but as much as I could see, I think that's a missile hitting an helicopter. But honestly, I don't understand much of it visually, I mean. Yeah. And I will now fast forward, there's another helicopter flying. And nothing else, I guess. So we can expect only one to be shot down here. George the Mando says, heartbreaking to see what's going on and how Putin feels entitled to revive the Soviet Union by such means. I hope everyone stays safe, especially my friends and family there in Transnistria. Transnistria, it's a war zone right now. Now we have another one in the airfield that is recaptured by the Ukrainians, but that was 9 hours ago. Ukrainians air defense shot down 3 Russian helicopters. This was all when they initially started the air bombardment. So these shutdowns happened within the first hours of war when Russian land forces hadn't yet reached here. Let's watch this one also. Oh, okay, we don't have a video for this, so we're gonna leave it. You know, as much as I have kept my eyes on it, I would say that these numbers are debatable. We don't have 100% numbers, but Ukrainian forces have shot down about 7 fighter jets from Russia and over 15 helicopters from Russia, which in my eyes is a big loss. But I have to comment this, if these are the numbers we get shot down from Russia, I think the Ukrainian losses are bigger. But since we're on the Western media hemisphere, we don't see the Ukrainian losses emphasized. That's how it is. Jojo914 says, such Aminos on YouTube has a lot of content and ground footage, no gore. Good. Big Red Devil Gaming says, support to Arthur from Boston. Hi to Boston, Massachusetts, United States of America. Support to Ukrainians defending freedom. Keep on fighting, boys. Take that airport back. Justin. I think, Justin, they took it back, but your words are encouraging. Now, William Macy says, Russia troops have taken the Antonov airport 25 clicks outside of Kiev. Antonov, right? This is Kiev. I'm pretty sure. Sorry, give me a moment. Okay, this is Gostomel airport. I don't know where Antonov is, but yes, Russian forces are about, you know, where my cursor is, mouse cursor, about here right now. This is Kiev, right? They're closing on Kiev. Yeah, welcome to members who want to join Discord, become a member. It's only 99 cents, so it's nothing. Let's go back up and let's continue where we left off. 37 minutes ago, Russia detains nearly 1,400 at Ukraine anti-war protests. So in Russian capital Moscow, we have this little handcuff emoji. That means detained. Yes, detained. In Moscow, people came to the streets because Moscovians do not want this war. And we have 37 minutes ago, if we have a video, we don't, but actually we do. I will show you the video. Look at this video. So these people are protesting because they don't want war, and I'm gonna say these are Russian people who don't want war. This shows you what's going on in Russia. And you can see black, like this is Omoin, or like the riot police, you know, they're just taking these people. Taking them. We don't know what's gonna happen to them. That's how it is in Moscow right now. Angela Daly says, thank you for covering this. I would rather hear a soldier's perspective than some news anchor. My grandfather's family was from Ukraine. I will always have the countries in my heart. K chortu Putin. I think it means fuck you Putin, I think. Yeah, I can't say this because of YouTube. Whatever. We go on. Yes, Angela. Thank you for super chatting. Raging Rudy says, keep up the great work. United States Army combat engineer from 1999 to 2013. You had a nice long career in that. Thank you for your service and thank you for super chatting. Now we go back to the news. Russia detains nearly 1,400. We saw that. I'll hover back to Ukraine. 38 minutes ago, Biden announces he's ordering some of the 8,500 troops on alert in the United States to Europe to help with the NATO's response force. Of course, news today.
Oh, sorry about the long.
8 F-35 fighters arrived in Estonia, addition to F-18s that we already have. So now we have F-18s and F-35.
Sorry about the long time.
Plus,
I had to
sends 800
do a few things, but
to the Baltics. In the United States is sending some 8.
But what did I miss?
To Baltics. So, and Britain is sending Challenger tanks and a whole, what was it? Whole platoon, I think. It was a platoon.
There's gonna be unrest in the occupied areas after the invasion. Oh, for sure. Like, I don't know why Russia did this. I don't think they can keep the occupied areas, but I think they just wanna make Ukraine not join
James Lynn says
NATO. It's kind of fucked up when you think about it, you know?
Are taken out by javelins.
They want to show them a lesson.
Get there, an entire Russian column of T-72s taken out by javelins. Road between Crimea and Mariupol has multiple ambushes. Yes, I think ambushes are the best way for Ukrainians to take out Russian columns, because fighting nose to nose, you know, Russians would win, but ambush, guerrilla tactics, all of that stuff, hit and run, this is the most deadly. I have to say though, 15 tanks taken out, it is totally possible, but
now it's 30 tanks.
Space, I would say this number is smaller. But
if by some miracle Ukraine's come out on top, I would expect a coup against Putin. Yeah,
but
oh
yes,
yeah, for sure.
According to that, an entire Russian platoon, armored tank platoon, is taken out. They don't have platoons, it's a NATO term. They don't have them. All right, we're up with the comments. Now, 38 minutes ago, Biden says that today...
Well, gosh, damn. Let's see if something has happened on Twitter, and I think for now we can stop, but we're definitely, you know, if the situation keeps escalating, we can definitely do another stream, like later tonight or tomorrow early morning. But it doesn't seem like anything's new. So everything seems to be the exact same position that we have seen. All right, guys. So I think we're gonna stop the live stream right now. I have to do a few things, but we might do an update. I don't know if you guys would like that, you know, to have an update at my time, you know, late tonight, like 11, 12 p.m. or early in the morning, you know, whatever's best for you guys in Europe. You probably have to sleep and, you know, things are going to be crazy for you right now. But we're definitely going to do an update stream, you know. I don't know if today or tomorrow, but it's definitely going to come. So when did you first hear about the invasion? Last night when I was on TikTok, you know. That was when I first heard about the invasion, but it was only like Russian troops entering like Ukraine. But early today, it was about bombing the entirety of the country, you know. And that was when I said, you know what, I have to go to the gym and then I have to return and make a stream because everything is just so freaking crazy. But yeah, it's just so bad. Putin should have stuck to just improving the Russian economy unless his goal all along was to make Russia poorer in the first place. It's kind of psychopathic when you think about it, you know. The Russian economy is doing pretty bad. Russia's gonna face a demographic collapse, and instead of facing all those issues, you decide to waste millions invading Ukraine. What's your goal? Like, what's the end goal here, bro? Like, you're gonna wreck Russia's economy even more. The troops must be tired after that day of fighting. Yeah, that's true. Probably things are gonna there's gonna be a siege or something along those lines. But anyways, guys, I'll be giving you an update soon. I don't know when, but it's gonna be soon. It's gonna come soon. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. Thank you for your support. Thanks for the donations. I really appreciate it. You don't know how much they help, especially in nowadays difficult times. But I really appreciate you all. Thank you for sticking with me. This has been a very successful live stream all along, and I really, really appreciate your support and your help and you guys being here. Your comments, everything helps, and you guys definitely make the live stream so much better. So thank you. Have a good night. Make a video about it. I'll probably make a video about it. What if alt list made a video about it? Yeah, we're probably gonna check it out. Thank you very much. Have a good one. Yeah, bro, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, brother. I know you were asking me when the live stream was gonna be, and I was gonna make a live stream yesterday, but I was sick. And today, all the Ukraine stuff, I just had to do it, bro. But I think I'm gonna be doing another one soon. Anyway, thank you and good night for all the European viewers.